Hello there. Did you guys know that they're making flaming hot Fritos now? I never liked Fritos, but that's a banger. Hello, it's me, your boy Jergunza, and today I'm talking about another movie. I saw two movies today. One was very depressing and the other wasn't. The depressing one is called The Death of Robin Hood. The Death of Robin Hood stars Hugh Jackman. It's made by the same guy who made the movie Pig with Nicolas Cage a few years ago. And he also made A Quiet Place Day One a couple years ago. Pretty solid track record. Pig is actually a pretty decent movie. Go check it out if you haven't. So first off, if you watch the trailers, which I haven't watched the trailer since like maybe a couple months ago when it first released, you would probably think there's going to be some action in it. I went into the theaters expecting close to no action at all, and then maybe some little violence here and there. I also have notes so I can be more on track to what I'm saying. First I want to say is that the movie really embraces you into the atmosphere of where we're at. Like, you actually feel like you're in that time period with these people. Surprisingly, this movie has a very brutal beginning. It is very brutal in a way that I didn't kind of expect it to be. Every stab that happens in this movie is felt. It looks painful. There is a scene with a guy where his hand, I'm not going to give too much spoilers, but it made me cringe with what happened to him, because it wasn't just one thing that happened to his hand. It was a few things that happened to his hand. Bill Skarsgård was in here, and it took me a minute to realize it was him because I didn't know he was in the movie. The movie is about Robin Hood and how he's not this hero that he's been told, as a tale. Like how he's been hyped up to be. He's a bad person. He's done some bad choices. He's killed a lot of people. And unfortunately, the kin of those people, they don't forget what he's done. And it's caused him to kill even more innocent people. And the movie basically is just him being surrounded by all of his sins. And I sincerely do mean that. That's pretty much it of this movie. It is the beginning, it has some action in it. That's like within the first 20 minutes, and then for the next hour and 40, I'm not gonna lie, it's a whole bunch of just nothing sauce but emotional turmoil going on. There's a moment where you think we're leading to something happening with a certain other side character, and then it gets kind of shipped off in a way to where, it makes sense, but I kind of was like, well, that was pointless. I got out realizing that this movie is just about a man who is surrounded by his sins, and he doesn't even realize it, right? And he feels like shit for it, obviously, because the shit he's done. I mean, even the beginning of the movie shows him doing something that shows you that this Robin Hood is not the Robin Hood that we're used to. And it made me understand very quickly that this adaptation of Robin Hood, he's not a good person whatsoever at all. And his friend Bill Skarsgård, when you find out the reason why certain things are happening because of what Bill Skarsgård's character had done, you think to yourself, he's not a decent person as well. This is one of those type of movies where you have to be a certain target audience who likes watching pieces of media that embraces you into this atmosphere of what they're in and telling you a psychological story. Now, I will say the ending, I'm not going to spoil it. The thing that kind of made me dislike this movie a bit is that the ending that we got, what he got, the ending he got was very selfish in my opinion. And some might say, oh, well, if he did the other thing, he wouldn't deserve that. But my thing is, what he did, and if he had just done the other thing, he kind of does owe those people that. It just seemed like it was just a bit too selfish with everything that was going on, with everything that, that he had grown to learn to this point. It just seemed selfish in my opinion. That's all I gotta say. It's crazy because I think I enjoyed it because of how much I was just immersed into the atmosphere and how well he acted. Hugh Jackman does this in this movie because he is carrying this movie. But yeah, The Death of Robin Hood. My final rating on Letterboxd, I gave it a 3 out of 5. But as far as our Jergunza's LFGs go, it's gonna get a 6 out of 10. I don't think I'll be watching this movie ever again, to be quite frank with you. Peace.